Hello, welcome back to Glendale Today. I'm Councilmember Joyce Clark representing the Yucca District. In our first segment, we looked at how meters are read, and there certainly are a lot of meters to read every day, aren't there? This half, we're going to look at the city's wastewater pipes. Now, this has got to be a really smelly job. They say it's not, but you can't convince me. Anyhow, I have with me Mark Fortkamp, and Mark is Superintendent of the Water Services Division. And then I also have Clay Normile, and you are a Senior Tech in the Water Services Division. And I have Manuel Ledesma, and you are a Systems Tech in the Water Services Division. And we're standing in front of an open manhole, which means I've got to be really careful, folks. Mark, let's start with you. How large is the city's wastewater piping system?
Well, it's a great question. We've got about 700 miles of sewer pipe system, and it basically ranges in sizes of a 6-inch in diameter to a 54-inch diameter pipe.
The 54 inches for what, the commercial side of it?
It's the sewer line that handles all the flow as the collector sewers.
As it goes down to Shrug, which is
Yes.
a sub-regional operating group.
Including our West Area plant.
Okay, that's large pipe.
Yes,
That pipe
and
is taller than I am.
It is, with a lot of flow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, how many people does it take to check and man this system, this 700 miles of pipe?
Well, we've got 16 employees that work in tandem to ensure that there's a hydrocleaning program, we've got a CCTV program, a roach control program, and an odor control program. So that they're working on these things daily. We go out and do a proactive approach so that we minimize our emergencies. So they're out there every day, and they're very dedicated. They are ADQ certified, and they really enjoy their job.
Now, we were talking a few minutes ago off camera, and you said that these pipes are sprayed with something.
Yeah, we use a insecta product that we spray the manholes to control roaches. We do about 7,000 manholes annually.
Wow.
Which has about 18 months warranty. So if roaches come back, we will respray those.
Okay. I would think your major concern is backup in these pipes. The last thing anyone wants is backup of the sewer system. So what do you do? And I think I might turn this question over to Clay, who actually does it. We're standing in front of this truck. So what are you doing to make sure that these systems don't back
Okay, so
up?
basically this is a jet hydrovac. What we do is we hydroclean line segments of the sewer to remove.
Now, stop. Hydroclean. What do you mean hydroclean?
Hydroclean, we use high water pressure between 1,000 and 1,200 pounds of water pressure
Wow.
in order to remove solids and grease buildup in the main. And actually work in front of the TV section, the CCTV crew, in order to get these pipes clean for them so they can make a proper assessment of the condition of the pipe.
So, do you guys come in first, like, do you get an assignment, a route, or does someone tell you,
Yeah,
go
so
here today?
basically what we do is we have a grid system, so we go by the quarter section. So it's basically quarter mile square. So we do a quarter section, and they basically are assigned numbers. Like right now we're like 2310. So we have a quarter section we do, and we have a map. So we basically start from the top and go to the bottom, and cleaning in front of the TV crew, so that way they're able to get through the lines of that camera and be able to make an assessment of the condition of the pipe in there.
And we'll be looking at the CCTV crew in a minute. So you're first. You come in and clean the pipes. Why bother cleaning the pipes first? I would think you would go in with the camera and see what's there, and then go in and clean the pipes.
Yeah, because that's actually like a robot that works on wheel application. So if there's grease buildup or debris inside of the pipe, they wouldn't be able to get through. So and then we get vegetation too, so we get root intrusion at the joints occasionally. So we go through and we make sure that they don't have any obstructions. That way they can get through that pipe with the camera pretty flawlessly.
Okay. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are curious. What's the weirdest kind of stuff you've ever found in these pipes?
We've actually found some false teeth in there. So we found false teeth, we found rings, we've actually found a bowling ball.
And I understand that you were able to actually find the owners of this stuff?
Yeah, so we actually returned the false teeth, which I don't know if they were going to want to use those again after they
No,
went in the sewer,
I wouldn't know.
but they were pretty happy to find a wedding ring, though it was really valuable.
Uh-huh.
So that was a service we provided for them to be able to recover that, and also a class ring too, as well.
Okay. Let me ask this. With this 700 miles of pipes, are you tasked with going out every day to clean out a section of pipe? Do you do it
Okay.
every day, or are there other responsibilities that you have?
No, so we actually have 3 of these trucks.
Oh.
So we try to get all 3 out, as much as possible, and depending on staff and depending on the trucks being up and running. So, but we always will try to have 2 trucks out every day. So
Okay.
we have one at the north end of town and one at the south end of town. That way, if we get called for an obstruction or whatever, then we have somebody available to respond to that within a timely manner, though.
That's very smart. Manuel, how can we tell when the water in here is clean? How do you know, and I know that you cleaned it?
When we're bringing it back at 100, about 1,000 psi's, we're keeping an eye in the system. And when we're bringing back debris, we'll remove debris. And as we get closer to the end, bringing the line out, we're seeing the clear water, and we'll notice the bottom of the crown area clean. And that's when we know that we removed all the debris and that the flow is going and a gravity motion downward.
Would you say that water's clear or no?
Right now, I would say no. It would probably, after we would clean it, we would look at it and then you would see the bottom of the pipe.
Okay. Thank you, Manuel.
Thank you.
Mark, how can people, just residents of Glendale, try to help to keep these pipes from getting clogged up?
Well, we'd like for the residents to, instead of pouring their cooking grease down the drain, we would encourage them to put it in a container and put it in the trash,
Okay.
because it'll actually solidify down in the manhole, causing a blockage.
Well, I'm old school. I put mine in an old coffee can, and I hope other people do that as well.
And we really appreciate that.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Clay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Manuel, for showing us what they do. So now when you see a truck like this out on the street and an open manhole, you're going to know what they're doing. In the next portion, we're going to walk over to the CCTV truck, that's closed circuit TV truck, and we're going to see how they take pictures inside this piping system.